What's up, guys? We are live, and we are super
live.
excited to be back here on a Wednesday where we have some amazing news that we're going to be talking about tonight, which I'm pretty excited about.
You told me that we have some big news.
Big news. We've got
news,
right? We have some exciting stuff. First, let me post this into the Facebook group. Into the Facebook group, as well as if you guys haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. Let us know you're here in the comments and check out those links down below as we have the Just Drinking After Hours Facebook group, the Patreon Rum Club, the Instagram, the TikTok, and all the links to the bar items.
A lot of stuff going on.
All the good stuff. And we're super excited to talk to all you beautiful rum drinkers tonight. It's going to be a ton of fun.
I'm glad you're here. I'm going to move this here.
Yeah, you just slide that over. Wow, that was such a great image of your palm. Who's reading palms out there? Some people reading palms tonight.
Tell me what you read.
So I got to tell you, YouTube just updated. We're like opposite on the screen right now. It's kind of weirding me out. It's like weird.
Well, I never noticed that before.
That's because it wasn't before. This is the first time it's ever looked like this. No, yeah.
Is it because I moved the camera?
No, it's not because
I'm so confused.
Oh my!
Why am I over there on that side?
I don't know why we even talked to Royer.
So if I look this way, am I looking at you?
Yes, exactly. That's what that means. Good Lord, people, help me, help.
Well, it looks like it's crooked now.
Help!
This camera's bothering me tonight.
Oh my gosh, you are just having. I'm
glad that's better.
I'm glad that made it better for you. So we have a ton of good stuff tonight. I'm super excited. We're going to be talking about.
You know what? We've been drinking a little rum tonight.
You've been drinking more rum than I think you can handle tonight. I swear. How are we going to get through this evening?
I have no idea.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the 20 highest quality rums in the world. The highest quality rums.
Dog millionaire
on the top of the list. Obviously, that's number one. So we're excited about that. We're going to be talking about that top 20 list here very shortly. After that, we're going to be talking about maceration. Ooh. Maceration. That just sounds cool, right? So just kind of throwing cool words.
I'm not gonna touch that with
cool.
Dead football.
That's probably a good thing because you don't need to. And we're also going to be talking about some new rums coming out from both Rum Babanku, which was today's video. If you guys haven't watched today's video on the Babanku 55 or the 110 is what we have here, the Haitian proof. Make sure you check that video out from today as it is a spectacular one. And the bonus clip at the end is well worth the wait for because it's a great story that we made up.
You need to let people know that
we made up.
I
just did.
When we put the bonus clips
if they're not watching the lives, they're dead to me. Okay, I don't want them to watch it. These are the cool people that I care about. All right, everybody else irrelevant. So let's get in here. Before we kick things off, I do want to give a happy birthday to the one and only Nia from My Rum Diaries as she's celebrating her birthday today on this Wednesday. Super amazing. She put out a really great show yesterday with some great rum news. We're going to be talking about a couple things she touched on yesterday, which was really great. I think she puts out a really good news channel. I know they put on a really fun show on My Rum Diaries, so I love that. And so I want to talk about a couple of points she talked about yesterday and give her a huge happy birthday as we get into tonight as well, because it's her birthday. So we're going to party like it's her birthday. Awesome. Whether she's with us or not, we're going to party like it's her birthday. With that, Phil coming in first, victory dance, baby. And takes a rum bottle and spikes it. That's what I like to hear. I love that. That's an amazing celebration. Carlos is in the house. I love that. Hello, Carlos. Sean. Oh, snap. I'm last again. Sean, it's okay. You're doing good. You're doing good. Greg is here, jumping over and giving another thumbs up from the Low Carb Cocktails channel.
So I'm going to take this moment and make sure that you all check out Greg at the Low Carb Cocktail on YouTube. He puts out some really good videos. Greg, I'm going to tell you right now, I really enjoyed the video that you did on 173 Distillery,
which is the video we did last week too. Yes. I like the timing of all that. That worked out great.
That was really good.
As we did not coordinate that at all, so it worked out great. With that being said, that's the bottom line because Rum Daddy Royer said so, and the T-shirt is in full swing.
I'm so glad you wore that tonight.
Welcome. You're welcome. You're looking good over here and over here all tonight. We're just celebrating all things Rum Daddy Royer.
Very nice.
Love it. We love it. We're having fun.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Cheers, Daniel. How you doing? Glad you can make it, Daniel. We're glad that you're here drinking with us tonight, having some fun. Phil Jitsi, you got some welcomes. Fred, hello.
Hey, Fred.
Drinking a rum and coke with Flor de Caña 12 year
There you
tonight.
go.
Fred's got that fancy rum in there going.
What he's having right here.
I like that. Jeremy's here. Hey, everyone. Sammy to head home. Then I'll be here for real tonight. Jeremy, we're expecting you
We're
for
waiting.
real.
We'll just pause the show right here,
Until
waiting for
you get
Jeremy.
here. We're going to talk about nothing relevant except for all of the relevant stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's
You'll
that.
play it back later.
Whoops. Let's see. Billy, how you doing? Cheers, rum boy. This is a rum men to you, Billy. Thank you. Rum men. At least we like to think so. Let's see here. Because Royer buys the rum. That's why we can spike it, because you're buying it. So we'll just throw it. It's fine. It's fine. It's on Royer's tab. The question of the night, where can you get one of those shirts? That's a great question. Carlos, we got to make these shirts available.
You cannot.
We do. We need to make a better one.
No, it's
I feel like we can get real high quality with this, real in depth with it.
No. So the funny story about this shirt right here is the fact that I don't know
why it's a funny story. It's a very we went
to Miami Rum Fest in November this last year, and so we get there. This Yahoo and my son,
the other Yahoo,
and which is our camera guy, and so we get to the event, and we're getting kind of our gear set up and out and about, and they decided to go ahead and, we're probably about halfway through the event,
and we unbutton the shirts
they
and
had
reveal
a shirt like this on
Rum Daddy Roy
yes,
hair.
and then they revealed
for the rest of the time, and we warned everyone that he'll steal your rum. So look out for this guy specifically. And the best part was we separated from him for a lot of it, and I saw that guy. I went and told so many people about this, and then they ran into us later, and they're like, "Wait a second, aren't you?" And then it was great. It was great. Everybody's like, "I want to talk to you. You seem like a dangerous individual." Yep, that's why he's on a t-shirt. So
yeah,
there's that.
There you
good
go.
Stuff. Let's see here. Tony, good evening. How you doing, Tony? Glad you can make it. I was late and watching some Hawkeye in some football game. Hey, there you go. Just having some fun. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Let's see here.
Well, there's just a lot
of talking back and forth, catching up here. Everybody's catching up with the group because this is the best rum community in the world. We love it. So much fun.
Well, it's just like hanging out at the bar.
I love this
as people come in.
So Jeremy's auto-correcting himself because he's not Sammy about is what he meant. I don't know how you got auto-corrected to Sammy. I think I'll just listen in the shirt drive. Yeah, that's
the shirt drive.
I don't know what the shirt drive is, but I think your autocorrect is also messing that up as well. Let's see. Tony's got some Zacapa XO, I think, going on tonight. XL is what he said. I hope it's an extra big bottle. That would be great. Like this one over here.
Yeah.
So you get the extra big bottles, XL. It makes it so much cooler. That's what we should do. We should come out with the Rum XL. Nobody's done that. They got XO, all this. Our bottles are just bigger. Can we? I don't know what the legalities of that are, but we should definitely find a way to make a bigger bottle than everybody else. Just boom.
That would
See?
be cool.
We have such good ideas. This is great. It doesn't even have to be good. It's just bigger than everybody else's.
Yeah.
Is that not the most American thing that you've heard all day today?
Yeah,
it's bigger, so it's better.
Have to come out of Texas.
We can make it out of Texas. I'm sure there's a distiller.
It would have to come out of
Texas. Let's see.
Because everything.
We got to get hooked up with a distiller in Texas who can make us an XL bottle that it's bigger than yours, Brum. All right. Anyway. Now that we went on that tangent, beautiful shirt. Need one of those, Tony. I know you do. I know, absolutely. Zacapa XO is from heaven. It is. Stop YouTube commenting and driving. That's right, Jeremy. I don't know if he's driving yet, though. He's getting ready to leave. So he's just listening on the way. Listening. Jeremy is a very responsible individual, even though his spelling and stuff. You'd think he was driving because he was trying to, but he's a very responsible individual, so he's not doing that. Apparently, I can't spell. Must not have drank enough rum yet. That's really the problem. Right here gets it.
I do.
Roger Ham's in the house. How you doing?
Roger.
Uncle John's cut and Diet Coke. Love that. Let's see. Zacapa and an XL glass of ice and a couple cherries. Tony, I love that. A letter bottle of Rum Dog Millionaires. Yes. A 3-letter bottle of Rum Dog Millionaires. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, 3 liter, 2 liter.
Yeah, I'm going leader. We're going to go big. Everybody's spell checks on it tonight. I love it. Royer, you're in on spell check duty tonight.
Okay.
Phil says Rum Dog Millionaire in 2 liter bottle. Liter that is. Yes, I love liter that us. Everybody's typing 1,000,000 miles an hour tonight. Nobody. I feel like now everybody just needs to type it all wrong the entire night. We just gotta. We'll just
see what spell check.
See what we can decipher out of all of this. That's great.
Like in code.
This is good. So let's get into the 20 highest quality rums in the world.
Okay. You know what I'm going to ask you?
Yes.
Who is this article put out by?
This is Yahoo Finance, written by Sultan Khalid from Yahoo Finance on their website there. I do not know the means of how they obtained this information, so I will say that. However, I've pre-screened some of this information. I don't think you're going to be that mad. Okay? You might be a little mad, but I don't think you're going to be that mad.
20 of the highest quality rum in the world.
Yes. So I don't know if there was like a quality tester that went around and was like,
this does not pass.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming happened, but I wasn't there for it. But that's what I'm going to assume.
Well, what do you do with your time anyhow?
That.
You should have been there.
Pretty much being that rum inspector. That's what I should be. So coming in at number 20 was today's review at Rum Babanku at number 20 on the list of highest quality rums. So they got a score of 5. I don't know if it's out of 10 or I don't know what the score is. It doesn't really give me that. But they have a score of 5 at number 20. And so they're very excited about them. Speaking of that, I'm going to give a little inside news ahead of time, if that's okay with you. Are you okay with a little early news?
I have no idea what you're even going to talk about.
So Nia from My Rum Diaries brought this up, and we talked about Rum Babanku yesterday. What's really cool about this is that they actually just released a couple new rums.
Did they really? Rum Babanku did?
Don't know if anybody's aware of the new rums coming out. Royer, you and I have actually sampled one of these rums before it has hit the market. Yeah. We got the chance to try it. So a couple of rums that they were talking about yesterday on their news channel on My Rum Diaries was the Cane Blossom, which is a rum. They go into much more better depth on My Rum Diaries, so you can check out their news channel over there.
Please check out Nia at My Rum Diaries.
But the one that we got to try is the Volcanic Cane, which we got to try in Miami.
I remember that.
Which was a whiskey barrel, bourbon barrel, Babanku rum, and we as Americans thought it was absolutely incredible and amazing, and it has been released. So that's pretty amazing. So we're super excited about that. So Babanku's out there innovating. I think that's their big thing right now, is expanding beyond what their traditional stuff has been. And they're doing a phenomenal job of it so far. So I'm really excited about that.
They definitely kick out some incredible rums.
Absolutely.
They really do.
Coming in at number 19 with a score of 6, we have Ron Barcello.
Oh, very nice.
Barcello, but I like to say Barcello. It sounds cooler.
Do they? I mean, so this is like not one specific expression.
This is the company or the brand around. Because as you'll see, some of these are subcategories of companies as we go.
Okay.
But Ron Barcello being highest quality rum.
Very nice.
Love that.
Another really good company.
Yeah, another really good one here. So they're calling it the best Dominican rum.
Okay.
Top of the board.
I love their Onyx. I love the Onyx.
I think they have some great rums. Number 18 on the list is the Real McCoy, which I love that's on the list because I tell everyone wood barrel rums. That's where I started, and it's a great place to start. I love the Real McCoy, the 5-year, the 12-year. The 3 years,
it's a Barbados.
The 3 years is so. Like it's all right, but the 5-year, 12-year, superior, absolutely superior product, absolutely amazing. Great place to get into. So I love that they're calling that high quality. It does come out of the same distillery as come on, help me out, Royer. This is where you got
Foursquare.
Foursquare. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue.
I just love seeing you struggle.
Out of Barbados, and it's incredible. They do an incredible job there. Number 17, I love this one. I drank this rum out of a box at Chicago Rum Fest last year. They're coming out with some amazing products. They had a boxed rum pouring from the top.
Did we ever share that video?
It's if you watch the Chicago Rum Fest recap, there's a quick clip of it happening. So you can see it. I'm underneath of it, and it happens, and it's a very quick clip in the middle there, but it's in there. But Rum JM.
Yeah.
Right? So Rum JM coming in with a score of 6 as well. which I really love.
I got to pause you here for just a moment.
We're at number 17 of.
I'm just really, so far, I'm really impressed with this list. This is a really good list so far.
I can't wait to ruin it for you.
So
here's what's going to happen. You're going to be amazed, and then you're going to be disappointed, and then I'm going to bring it back for you.
Okay.
So that's how this is going to work out for you.
That's how it's going to work out for me?
Yep.
You know me too well.
So I hope that you're ready for this. Number 16 on the list, and we'll take a break for your comments here at number 10, by the way, just to catch up with you guys. So don't want to think we forgot about you. We love all of you. We're going to read all the comments. Just let's get to number 10 here. So next one is number 16. That's Havana Club, and this is the Havana Club. It looks like of Cuba is what they're talking about here.
Okay.
Yep. So they are talking about the Cuban Havana Club here coming in at 7 points. So on the list, it's a great rum. We really liked it. Everything we've had from them. So we're pretty happy with that.
I like that.
Number 15 is going to be Royer's top of the board here, and we're really excited to be able to debut it here at number 15 is Captain Morgan. Oh, with a score of 7, highest quality. Captain Morgan. Need I say more, Royer?
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. What? Yeah.
All right.
Let's just. That's a speed bump.
And we're moving on. Number
right
14, I think you're going to feel a little better about, although it is another big brand, but it is a little higher on the list. Is Bacardi? Bacardi coming in, and I do feel that Bacardi does a better job.
They do a better job
of innovative products and things that are fun and like adding things and doing things.
They are innovative.
So I'm glad that they're higher than Captain Morgan, because I feel like Captain Morgan just makes party rum and flavored liqueur rum kind of a thing. Like that's their big flavor aspect, like apple and orange and all that.
Yep.
Whereas Bacardi makes orange, and it's like orange peel and wood barrels, so in peated casks, like it's like a whole thing. So
be aged and
So I like.
Here's a question.
I'm happy that
does
they're
Captain
higher.
even have an aged rum?
Yeah, they do.
They?
Yeah, absolutely, they do. They have several aged rums. I don't know.
Do
why
they
you're even
really?
I mean, there's the private stock, which I believe is aged.
Is it? It doesn't feel.
There
like
was
it.
the 1703. I don't know if they still make that or not. But they got a few. They got a few that are out there that are
I'm not
a little bit of an expression on it. So
I think that's
But number 13, let's bring it back for a second, Royer.
All right.
Going to make you feel a little better.
Okay.
Chairman's Reserve.
Oh, very nice.
I like that rum. It's a great rum.
Chairman's Reserve, definitely.
Fred was just talking at Rum Club this last weekend. We had Rum Club. By the way, we had a ton of fun for all the Rum Club members. Is a ton of fun. We will get that video uploaded as well. For those of you that couldn't make it, we'll get it into the Facebook group. But it was so much fun. And he was talking about the Chairman's Reserve Forgotten Cask and how much he likes that. So I love that they're on this list.
We really enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
That bottle didn't last long here.
It is good. And I'm really excited that made the list, because I think it deserves to be on the list. So I love that it is. Number 12, like I said, we're going to take a break at number 10, read your comments, catch up with all of you guys here. Number 12, Sailor Jerry, which I found really interesting. That of all of the rums, 12 was Sailor Jerry. And I was like, Sailor Jerry has not changed a thing in forever. So highest quality.
I mean, I will say, all
right.
So I'm a little conflicted on that.
I mean, I like that was my first.
I enjoy Sailor Jerry's. Sailor Jerry's is a staple in this household. I drink it. I've asked for it at a specific restaurant that I go to.
It's my nostalgia rum.
That and
that's the rum that takes me back to my first beginning days ever. That was college. So
it's I enjoy that. I enjoy that quite a bit.
It gets a score of 8.
I don't know that I would put that above some of these others that we've already talked about.
Yeah, no, it's far superior.
So this is in order.
This is in order. It is
20
to number 1. Yep. And Sailor Jerry takes number 12 with a score of 8. Yes. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive for Sailor Jerry's, I think.
Number 11 on the list is Gosling's rum. Okay. Coming in with a score of 9, getting the first score, highest score of the night so far at 9 points is Gosling's rum. Obviously, them over 200 years in Bermuda. It's gonna be good rum. They make great stuff. You got the dark and stormy. There's good quality there. I'm happy with that being in the top 20, and I think it being at 11, I think is actually a very fair place. Like I think that's right outside the top 10. That makes a lot of sense.
It is.
I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's good to see them on the list. Now, before we get to the top 10, as we're getting into the top 10, let me catch up with you guys because I know you're commenting, and I don't want to leave you guys behind here. So, let's see here. Terry's in the house. Good evening. Terry. Also has Florida Kanye in the glass. Glad you can make it. Tom, hello. Glad you can make it, Tom. Glad to have you in. Super excited to have you here. We got the best and most illiterate rum community on the internet. That's us. And we have the most fun as well, Billy. So don't forget that. Let's see here. I love that. Good conversations. Dr. Pepper Zero tonight working at the ambulance. Phil, we appreciate what you do. Thanks for keeping people safe.
Yep, keeping people safe.
And we love that. So we appreciate you. John Hasbrock from Just Rum is here.
What? John's in the house?
Do you think John's on the list? Do you think he's in the top 10?
Yes, I hope so.
Man, he should be in the list. I feel like he makes like such high quality rums. They need to know, man. They do. Like they need to know.
We're help spreading the good word.
The good word. We're advocating Just Rum, highest quality rums of the year, next year's list. It's got to make the list. Okay. We're advocating for it here first. You heard it. So we're glad to have John here. Super pumped he can make it in. Let's see here. Fred says, "Boo, my night is ruined." I don't know what ruined your night. I don't know. Oh man, I hope that wasn't because of us. I hope it was someone else. Probably. At some point, one of these list makers will try some Just Rum. I'll toast that day. That's right. We're working on it. Right. He who must not be named. Yeah, Captain Morgan's on the list. Mark, Daniel, you guys got it, right? He who shall not be named. I love it. That's definitely it's the funny word around here because we talk about the big brands. They have their place in rum. Highest quality. It's pretty hard to put it in that list, but they're the biggest, so they're gonna make their way in there somewhere.
Buy it.
It is what it is.
Buy their way in the list.
Fred says Chairman's is awesome. Forgotten Cask. He loves it. Yes, it is really good. I really like that one as well. One day I will try Just Rum. Mark, you will. You will. All you have to do is message John from Just Rum. Go to their website, justrum.com, and send him a message, and he'll help you figure out how to do that.
Let him know the boys from Just Drinking sent you.
Yep. Gosling's is good for cheap rum, Fred says. Yeah, I think it's inexpensive, and I think it's a good rum for that. Like, I like the price point on it. Pedro says, great channel, Pedro. Great comment. You are the MVP tonight, so we appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do really like Gosling's Family Reserve Old Rum. It's up there. That is a nicer one. So that's their boxed one, isn't it? That's the one that comes in the box. Did we get that one in the box?
I think we've got a couple back there.
Yeah, I like that one. I know we've gone through a few Goslings, so I agree with that. I think that they have some that really step up there and show a lot of what they do, and I really like that. I do. It's really good. All right, so I'm going to take a sip of rum.
Okay.
You feel free to do whatever you want in this moment.
I'm going to have a sip of rum.
Yeah. Oh, you're having a sip of rum at the same time?
At the same time. Ready? Here. There we go. So, for those of you that don't know, and nobody does at this point, I am having a little bit of Just Rum Maplewood. I'm so confused. This is all backwards.
It's all back. I know it's weird, right? I'm not used to it, but I can read my shirt now, so that's cool. I do like being able to do that. In case anybody wasn't noticing the shirt, so it's very nice.
Maplewood Rested is what I have in the glass.
Let's change subject.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, so we got that. I am sporting last night's review, which I do this a lot, right? It's
you do. That's kind of your thing.
Rum Babunku, the 110 or 55, as you will typically find it, right? The gifted bottle, as I like to call it, because those amazing people over at Rum Babunku helped us out, hooked us up with this delicious bottle, so we could talk about it. Guys, I'm going to spoil a little bit of the review for you real quick. If you haven't seen it yet, it's worth it, especially the end clip is totally worth it. Totally worth the watch today. But this is a $23 bottle of rum on average, which is ridiculous. This is the best $23 bottle of rum you can purchase.
It's going to depend on your palate because I know there's a couple of people here. In the group.
It's white rum, so you know that it's more of a mixer, but it is sippable for those of you that like some of those. Little bit of funk, but it's not super funky flavors, right? Like, watch the review. We go through. We do a really good job with this one. I was really excited about it. we weren't just drunk and yelling at the camera this time completely, you know, a little bit. It's mostly at the end in the extra clip, but you know, we still do that, but it was better.
It was better.
We're improving.
So the white rum, the 110 Barbancourt is very good. It's very tasty. It is made from sugarcane juice. Okay, straight from the fields there in Haiti. Squeezed and made sugarcane juice right there. If you've never had a sugarcane juice rum,
that's where you start. Rum Barbancourt.
It's a little different.
I'd go to the 8-year first,
than most,
or the 15.
15.
The 15 is the best.
Yes.
But 8-year, if you can't get that, you know, that's where I would start.
Yeah.
But this is great. I love this rum.
It is great.
I love this rum.
It is great rum.
So should we get back to it? Should we catch up real quick again? Like the wax lid, Billy says on the Goslings. Absolutely. It was a great review at the end. Was interesting. Yes, you're welcome. We just made up, you know, stories happen. We're drinking rum. It happens. Make up our own facts at that point. At least we disclose it.
Not a true story.
You know, not like other rum companies that just leave stuff off the bottle. We disclose everything. Yes. Okay. I bought some Barbancourt Clear. Don't care for it, but I love the 8-year. And I think that's probably because I know on Rum Club, you shared funky notes weren't really your thing. And I think this is probably their most funky of those. If you get into more of the aged, you get more barrels. So that's understandable, Fred. I totally get that. But I love that you tried it. I do. And for $23, you can't really not try it. Yeah. 8-year for $25 a bottle is a true deal. Absolutely. It's more expensive here than that. That's unfortunate. It is more expensive here. So we have to get it for like 32, which we'll work on that in Iowa. But I'm glad you're getting it for 25. That's a super good deal. So let's get back to the top 10.
Okay. We're starting off again at number 10.
So we're doing the top 20 highest quality rums of the world, apparently, according to Yahoo Finance.
Top 20 quality rums of the world.
So we went through 20 through 11. We're at number 10.
Number 10.
Don Q.
Oh.
I like this one.
Okay.
I like this. Don Q makes a good variety of products. They do specifically point out here in their article, they're talking a lot about their $1,900 bottle of Don Q Reserva de la Familia Sorales 20-year.
What does that have? Tears of a Unicorn?
Which is very expensive, and we have not had that. Okay,
no, we have not.
We have not had that rum. That being said, I'm sure it's amazing. But I think Don Q makes a good variety of products at great quality.
They do make a good variety of products. They really do.
Speaking of white rum that comes in at a deal, $13 for their Don Q Cristal. It's an amazing white mixer rum. Does everything you want it to do. I got into a conversation with someone on that video because when we tried it, I think we kind of knocked it a little bit. But at the end, but now we kind of understand what it is. So I even commented on it, how our palates have changed. It was kind of funny. And I think that they were completely right. And we'll be the first to tell you that. But
we'll let you know when.
But it was kind of fun going back and seeing that and seeing where we were at. But I think Don Q makes a great variety. That being said, all right, number nine, 10-1.
Okay,
I do believe in this because it's highest quality, and I think 10-1 does a very good job of staying traditional to its roots.
It's one of those celebrity rums, right?
It is a celebrity endorsed rum.
Celebrity?
That is Sierra.
Oh yeah.
This beat is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. You're welcome. I just told you everything.
Doesn't ring a bell with me at all.
These hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel.
You're making me feel really awkward right now.
Here we go. Yeah.
Just saying.
Welcome. So I think that they're doing some very good traditional things, bringing some traditional rum into the world, doing a good job of that, and I like what they're doing. I think it's a high-quality product. I do.
Okay.
Number 8.
Yep. I was going to say we have actually met up with 10-1 at a couple of the rum festivals that we've been to.
Absolutely.
And they do have some good quality products out there.
I agree with you. Number 8 on the list, Fred, this one's for you. El Dorado.
Yeah,
number 8, which I love because they have a very large, most people don't know this, but El Dorado has a pretty large selection. So they do limited cask series, and a lot of them. So there are several flavors, cast types, port wine, whatever, you get into it. And they do these limited casts throughout. And I think they make a very high quality product. Now, if you want to get into their traditional stuff, 12, 15 year, these are great products.
Fred's going to probably tell you
the 12 is worth the best money, best value.
Best value.
But I'll tell you, they're good. They're all good. And I like them for what they do over there. But they do have a very good array of products, and they are very high quality. I love
they
Eldorado.
are very high quality.
They do a good job. They get a score of 11. We're above 10 now. I love that. I forgot to tell you that. 10-1 was 10 points, and Don Q was 9 as well.
That ironic.
Yeah. So 8 Eldorado at 11 points. We love that. Number 7. I don't believe this one deserves to be here.
Okay.
I don't personally think it does. It's interesting that it's on the list. I understand where they're coming from.
It's not Admiral Nelson, is it? It's not Admiral Nelson, is it? I'm going to shut this channel down right now if it's Admiral Nelson.
It's not. It is the Kraken.
Seriously?
Again, this is one of those. I find the Kraken to be a good staple. It has a lot of good qualities. Do I think that it's the highest quality made rum? I don't, me personally. However, I think it has a good place. I think they make good rum in places. I just think when you're talking about highest quality and you're at number 6 at this point, like you're at number 6 of the world, and you put the Kraken, like maybe at number 19.
So I will say, Kraken is a staple here again in our house.
That's so hard.
It's a good
comes in with 11 points as well.
Inexpensive rum comes in a 94 proof. It's inexpensive and it's good. I enjoy it. But I don't know that I would classify it at a number 6.
It's a tough
in all the world.
It's a tough justification
of quality.
It's a tough justification. Rum Daddy Royer has spoken.
I'm just saying. Stop doing that.
It's like you're jumping at the microphone. Welcome. Number 6. Number 6 on the list is a good one for you guys tonight. I think there's several people sporting this one tonight. Is Flor de Caña. I like that one.
Very nice.
They are the greenest. They earned the greenest distillery in the world, I think, for this last year, doing the most green initiative.
Who's the one that has the AI thing going?
That is Dictator. Dictator's doing. They have the AR. I haven't gotten. You might be. You don't know.
You're right. I have no idea.
As far as most innovative, I think Dictator's at the top of the list because of what they're doing with it. They have an AI robot on their board of directors, right? So that's pretty crazy. But Flor de Caña here with a score.
Can you imagine those meetings? I'm just saying.
Talking to a robot. Welcome to the future, Royer. Welcome to the future. Flor de Caña. So Kraken was at 11 points. Flor de Caña comes in at 14 points. So a big jump there.
Wow.
They are out of Nicaragua, talking about how prestigious they are. They go into kind of some of the details of how they make their rums there. And I definitely think that they deserve to be here for a lot of the stuff that they're doing to high quality green initiative. And I like that. So number 6 right there. Number 5. I definitely believe this one deserves to be here. I love this company. It actually is a new company now. So it has it listed as Plantation, but this is now Plantaray.
That's cool.
Plantaray rum.
They're there.
So Plantaray rum.
Number 5.
Yeah, number 5 comes in at 15 points. They have a huge variety of products. If you guys get into Plantation, there is a massive variety, and no two rums taste the same. So you try one and you don't like it, that doesn't mean you're not going to like it.
You will absolutely find something in their lineup that you will enjoy.
Absolutely.
Guarantee it.
So it just means you haven't found the right thing there. They got a big variety of stuff. Their pineapple, their smoked pineapple. It's one of my favorites. I love that rum. So as far as quality, they really get back to their roots. They got stills that they've reinstated and refurbished from way back when the distillery started. And that's super cool. So definitely looking out for their quality. They're doing a lot of cool stuff over there.
So hang on before you go on any further.
All right.
I think we got some comments here that maybe we need to catch up here a little bit.
All right. Before we get to the top 4, let me catch up with you guys here real quick. Don Q spiced rum is da bomb with Diet Coke. My tongue like some of fine chocolate, the bomb. So yeah, I think it is. I like Don Q. I agree with you, Billy. I think it's really good. I'm glad Gosling's made the list. Alu, me too. I think it deserves to be there. I'm glad that it's on there. Think I need some Reserva 7 now, Sean says. You got to go buy some. You're welcome. We're really good at helping you spend your money.
You're welcome.
Cheers. I'm sipping on some cracking Gold Spice tonight, Alu says. There you go.
That is good.
That's a fun rum. We like that. Let's see here. Mark says, woo, El Dorado. We got a little Ric Flair going. Woo! There we go. A little flair. We like that. Don Q recently released a new series of rums in cognac, port, and Zinfandel. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. Carlos,
I
dropping some knowledge there from Don Q. I do like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That should be some fun experiences to find.
That.
Absolutely, we are. Let's see here. So we're talking about El Dorado. I think there. Yep. 12 and 8 for the El Dorado. Fred says they're my favorite. 3-year to 25-year. They got a pretty big spread. Looks like Daniel's going to go pour some El Dorado 12 just because of that, which I think is completely necessary. We do like that. Let's see here.
Giving everyone good ideas,
right? Let's see. I think this list is cracking. Carlos coming in with a nice pun. I like that. That's good. I love that. Great number 6. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see here. El Dorado 21 is good, but the 25-year overpriced and was not great for my palate. Will not spend the money again. Terry, I think a lot of people run into that too. And that's something that we advise. Don't just go buy the biggest aged bottle of rum, most expensive bottle of rum. It has nothing to do with how much you're going to like it.
No, because your palate almost guaranteed will not be ready for it. You know, I mean, it's always good to, if you can, go to these rum festivals, go to rum tastings, join our rum club. You might have a chance at trying some of these rums that you're thinking about.
Absolutely.
Some of these higher end rums. And have a chance to try those.
We had like $150 bottle of Flor de Caña.
Was it Flor de Caña?
Yeah, not this last weekend, but the one before that.
The one before?
Yeah. So, I mean, you get into some pretty crazy rums. Let's see here. Sean's talking about Kraken. Top 20, I can see. Number 6, no. Yeah. I agree with that. That's me personally. Now, for everybody out there
you got to keep in mind. So this is
Kraken lovers.
This is not about the taste. This is not about the palate or anything. This is strictly quality.
Quality. Highest quality.
Quality.
I pity the fool that thinks this is about other things than quality. You're welcome. It's my new favorite thing now.
Oh,
you're welcome.
My.
Let's see. The plantation pineapple is great. Alu, I agree. I think it's super great as well. I went halves with a buddy, 500 Canadian. There you go, Terry, getting in. You got to go halvesies. Just make sure when you go halvesies,
We've done that.
You got to split it up right away. Do it right in the beginning.
You got some tiny little bottles back here that we split up.
Billy says plantation needs to be number 1 overall. Number 1, like you said, everyone can find a rum on the list that they love at a price is right. And I agree with that. I do think they're very high quality. I think they have every right to be at a number 1 on somebody's list because of all the great stuff that they do. So I definitely can see that argument for sure. Let's see here. David Hendricks. Good evening to you guys. Just got done throwing, so I will catch up on the top 20 on the way to work. Dave, we're just glad that you joined us. Thanks so much. Dave,
don't forget, give us the thumbs up.
Dave and I are close personal friends. So I don't know if you know, we just went to a hockey
game
this last
weekend.
Knows you.
So he knows you. So he probably won't give us the thumbs up.
We went to a hockey game together, experienced a lot of energy together. It was just us. Nobody else was there. At least that's how I felt about the experience.
So you had like a private hockey session?
That's how I felt about the experience. I think there was other people there, but I wasn't really paying attention to them. It was just me and Dave hanging out. I really appreciated that. I'm looking forward to all the future ones. So I'm glad. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. I love that. Thanks for letting us know you're here too, and have a great day at work. Mark says, glad plantation is up there. Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
I think they deserve that. That's good. That's a good feel, right? And we're going to get into the top 4 here in just a minute. As we work through this list. Took longer than planned, but made it home. Hello again. Jeremy, we're just glad you made it there safe. We're just glad you're home safe. That's what matters. That's what matters most. Let's see here. Plantation OFTD and Mango Pepsi is Slap Robert Good. And we know Slap Robert Good is the standard, right? We love that. So that is awesome. I love that. Mango Pepsi. You know, Pepsi's come out with pineapple, mango. They got all kinds of crazy stuff going on, which is wild. So, you know, I don't know if you saw the thing a few weeks ago about Coke having to recall a bunch of products because
I didn't see that.
It was all contaminated and they got a bunch of people messed up. So I'm not trying to say Pepsi's better, but
Pepsi,
they're not calling their stuff back. So I don't know. Weird. You're welcome. It all depends on how you drink your rum, Good Eye says. Yeah, and I think that's agreeable. Like lists like this they're going to be up to the consumer of who's writing it because it's all about how you drink your rum. Are you drinking it on its own? Are you making cocktails? You're talking about high quality. Is it how it's made? You know, there's a lot of interpretations here, especially in rum, because there's so many ways to look at it. So that's a really great point. On the rocks is best. I do like a lot of rums on the rocks. And I think a lot of people do as well. So, I mean, I think it's just all about your perspective on these two. So what's Dave throwing to hands? Dave actually... It's close. It's a better weapon than my hands. He throws axes. So he throws axes on Wednesdays. In case anybody was curious about Dave's life, little insight into what Dave does in his. David Hendricks, everybody, he is out here making a splash. He is now a main topic that we were talking about for the moment. But he's throwing axes.
He's going to be giving classes this next Wednesday here in Iowa.
Classes.
So if you want to join us. We're going to be drinking rum and throwing axes with Dave Hendricks.
You know, we can do that, actually. That's actually a thing we can do. So,
Dave,
we have axe throwing.
Are we still online for doing that?
We do have axe throwing, and we do have rum available at the axe throwing.
There you go.
However, they do keep a pretty close eye on who is intoxicated, which is very good. Thankful for that for everybody. So yes, Dave the Axeman. There we go. We have a new nickname, Dave the Axeman. I love it. So let's get into this top four here. I want to talk about the top four highest quality rums we got here.
Okay,
ready?
Let's do it.
Number four, Appleton Estate. How you feel about that one?
I can absolutely see that. I think they've been around for a really long time. I know that they had one of their expressions that you thought you were going to go blind with, but that was very early on.
It was early
with our rum experience and our.
I've never had
journey.
funk before,
and
it was my first funk experience.
Had no idea. We didn't even know funk was a thing.
Yeah, I had no idea what to even call it at that point. I just called it burning eyes.
Burning eyes. My eyes are burning.
That was a tough day at work. You know, it was a tough day.
That was an interesting one.
It was.
So yeah. But no, they've been around for a really long time, and I think they do have some pretty good expressions out there.
I agree. I think Appleton deserves to be a top one on the list. I do. They get a score of 15 here, and they make a big variety of products. I think they do a very high quality job. So I love that they're incorporated here into the top four.
So number three,
highest quality, Mount Gay. We got the oldest operating distillery in the world, 1703.
Yeah.
Right? Out of Mount Gay. 16 points here. They're tied for second with points. So, you know, this one, I think when it comes, if I'm using the word high quality, I can agree with it and I can see it.
Okay.
Do I think that their products are my favorite out of everyone's? No.
That's where I'm struggling with.
Right. Like it's a different thought process. You can't, that's not the scale.
I guess the thing is, we can't really attack or defend the quality. Because everything that I'm reading into this article, from my perspective, I'm basing my opinion on whether or not they've got some decent expressions to choose from.
Do I feel they make their products quality?
Yeah, it's,
like out of everything I've had, do I feel like it's a quality product? I know how a lot of these companies are making their products. And Mount Gay, you don't become the oldest distillery operating in the world without having a good quality product.
You absolutely
don't stick around since 1703.
No, you absolutely don't.
Over 300 years later, and it's still operating.
I'm just going to say.
Basically, you.
Anyhow,
I'm calling you high quality. That is
thank you.
You're welcome.
Me high quality, but extremely old.
Yes. See, you're welcome. See how that works out. That's how I'm going to refer to you now as very high quality.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
but it's tough when we listen to an article like this, because they've got a couple of decent rums, but it's like it's not going to be a staple in this house. It's
Mount Gay hasn't been.
It's just not one of my favorites.
I do understand the appeal, and I think it's cool what they do and being around. I think it's a cool rum, but I
get it.
It's just not my overall, like, I think they're the greatest of all time, but I do think they make a quality product. So I get it, and I will let them have their number 3. I'm not going to argue or defend that. Like that makes perfect sense enough for me that somebody could put them there, right? Number 2, I will definitely make the argument. I think it deserves to be up here.
Okay.
And I do like this. At 16 points as well, we have Diplomatico rum.
Okay.
And I think everybody in rum that's had any Diplomatico is gonna know that this Venezuelan rum.
Yep. It's definitely it
is well liked amongst
very well liked
everyone in rum. If there is one thing, I don't think in my since 2019 and getting into rum, being to all the festivals, all the comments on YouTube, all the social media, I don't think I have ever heard somebody come in and be like, Diplomatico sucks.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Truthfully, I think everybody has a respect for them for what they do. I was going to say,
that's the word that I was going to use, is respect. I think
and
there's certain rum companies that are out there that it's like, without even them asking for it, people just automatically have a certain amount of respect for certain rum companies that are out there.
I agree. I do. And I think
Diplomatico is one of those.
I truly think that they've earned a spot at the top. You don't hear Venezuelan rum very often, so I think it's very cool that they are a little bit different. And I think their product, it's funny because everybody talks about the Exclusiva. Yes, I get that. But I actually fell in love with Diplomat. I like the Exclusiva, but the Mantuano was life. Like, I was like, wow, like this smooth. I'm a sweet rum drinker. That one was like.
That was kind of a changing experience.
Yeah, and I really, really love that. So I think they have a good, diverse set of products, as well as I think they make a very high quality product. So I love that Diplomatico is number 2 on this list.
Number 2.
In fact, I would have flip flopped them probably to number 1, because although I like this company, I don't know that I would have put them at number 1, knowing what I know about how rum is made and everything and everything I've heard. I think it's really hard to put this company at number 1.
Hang on. Does anyone out there have any thoughts of what number 1 might be?
I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes while I catch up on comments. Yes. Put your guess in the comments of what you think the number one highest quality rum in the world, according to Yahoo Finance. By the way, let's just dictate that. It's not we don't think this. Like, this isn't our list.
I'm really wondering what the criteria is, how they came upon
I'm just telling you right now, I probably would have put this in the top 20 somewhere. I just have a hard time putting it at number 1. I can understand why people would do it, but I am a little interested into what people will think about this. So I think it's interesting.
Do we have any of it behind the bar?
Do we have any of it behind the bar?
Yeah.
I know we did at one time. I don't know if we still
under the bar, maybe?
Oh, we do. It is in the bar. It's 100% in the bar. I don't think they can see it on camera, but it is in the bar. It is 100% in the bar. So I will tell you, we have had it. We have had multiple of their expressions. It is a very normal drink in our household as well. It is also a staple. So I'll leave it at that. Let's see here.
Okay.
Dave's in. Dave says he's gonna teach axe throwing. We gotta go live with Dave teaching axe throwing while drinking rum. Axes and rum. What can go wrong? I don't see anything wrong with this. The liability is gonna be insane. I wonder how much insurance is gonna cost for this. Oh man. So discussing halvesies on bottles, we know an approximate size of collection there. How big is your rum bar at home, Robert? That is a great question, Jeremy. So my bar is extremely smaller because we keep most of it here. And we like to keep it here because this is where we drink.
For all of you.
Yeah, for all of you to be able to see, for us to reference. It's easy to not have to haul back and forth. Typically, if I'm going to keep stuff in my bar, I buy a duplicate bottle and take it back so it's not taking out of the bar. I would say my shelf is full, by the way. I'm on the floor right now, actually. Our shelves are completely full of rum. So I shouldn't say I say extremely smaller, but I would say I probably have around 16 bottles of rum. It's probably somewhere around 16-ish. Plus or minus 3 on that number. I'll give you a plus
plus
or minus 3.
A lot of your moods of what do I feel like tonight?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good variety. It's what I need. Like when I'm drinking, friends come over, whatever, I have what I need. But the bar is where, when we're inviting people over for a rum experience, like we come here. Like, Dave, by the way, if you're listening, you're invited here. We want you to come here. I haven't talked to Royer at all about this, and he doesn't need to know. We'll come when he's gone. It's fine. So we'll come. We need to come drink some rum. You and Kathy are both invited. Bring the family. Bring everyone. We'll make a whole experience of it. So we're pretty fun. And if Rum Daddy Royer happens to be here, you just get the added bonus.
I was thinking, maybe we would have him on the show and do a rum review.
That's what I'm thinking. I think so too. I think that's where we can get to.
Feel free to bring your axe.
Absolutely. Bringing axes.
Bring an axe.
I don't know if he has his own axes. Maybe he does. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe he does have his own axes. I always use the ones at the place. I'm not very good at it. So let's see here. I love the Appleton Estate 12 year is awesome. I do like the 12 year a lot. I think that's a great rum. I do like that. Let's see here. I love that people are trying to get a hold of John from Just Rum. Mark says, how can I get a hold of you to chat? JustRum.com should have a contact page somewhere where you can contact them, find a number, find an email, something, reach out that way, Mark. We always tell people just go to the website, find their information, JustRum.com, and you'll be able to get there. So they will find the best way for you to obtain their rum, and it's super well worth it. Their rum actually won our top 10 rums of the year of 2023. The Queen Share was our number 1. So if you're looking for a company to try,
that one is right here.
It's really low. So we're really trying not to finish that bottle at the moment. But it's super good. Let's see here. It all boils down to your taste. Yeah, Appleton and Mount Gay are high quality if you enjoy whiskey and funk, which, it's all about flavor profile, but they're talking about high quality, right? Like they're trying to.
I mean, one of the things here that I will say, I mean, they're covering some really good ground with this list. I feel like I'm really kind of surprised and a little impressed with the list that they put together. But these are all bigger brands, right? They don't have any of the craft distillers. And the one thing that I will say is
craft distillers are awesome.
They have some of the highest quality rums
because they care
that are made.
They care.
They actually have to infuse the difference right into their product so that you can feel it. And you can notice and you'd be like, dang,
right?
This is really good.
It is.
I need to get another bottle of this.
Yeah.
And I need to tell all of my friends.
Speaking of infusing, hang on after the list because I'll refer back to it. But I have a good topic you guys are going to really like after this list is done. I don't want to get into it now, but some homework for you to go and look into because I wasn't aware of this process prior to rum at all until this came up. So I thought it was really cool. So let's catch up here. Who do we think number 1 is going to be?
Who is number 1?
Let's get on it here.
All the world for quality.
So everybody's loving Diplomatico. Since you reviewed a rum Babanku, I made a voodoo grog. Greg says he's posting it in the Facebook group, which we have the Facebook group, the Instagram, the Rum Club is down there. Link. We got limited spots there. Go check out those there. I had to get the quick chime in. You're welcome. It's all in there. The links are down below. You can go check out all the cool stuff.
Low Carb Cocktails on YouTube.
Absolutely. So I hear number 1, this place is going to go wild. I can't wait to hear number 1. Absolutely. So Fred comes in and says Zacapa for number 1. Carlos is saying Foursquare.
Okay.
Carlos also put in El Dorado, but El Dorado was earlier. We had El Dorado. I forget what number it came in at, but I'm going to go find it. 8. Number 8 was El Dorado. So it's not El Dorado. El Dorado was number 8. Myers, Alu says. Wayne says Appleton Estate, which Appleton Estate was number 4 on the list, right? So good guess. It was up there, but it wasn't number 1. It should be Just Rum, Greg says, right? We like that. Fred says Brugal. Maybe switch to a little Brugal. That's an interesting guess.
That's an interesting guess.
Good Eye says Foursquare. Have you ever reviewed this brand? Terry says, yes, we have. And we've had, I think, every single one of their products. I actually don't think they've made a product that we haven't reviewed.
Okay.
If they have, I don't know about it.
Okay.
So we've reviewed everything. We've met them. We've talked to them. We've met them at Rum Fest, and they're in the bar right now. Parrot Bay, Mark says, a little Captain Morgan, little Parrot Bay, #1 most high quality. I love that. That's not gonna be it. I will tell you that, but I love that guess. Dorley's, that's a good guess, Fred. That's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
Dorley's is made, isn't that Foursquare as well? Is that out of Foursquare's distillery?
Yes,
but it doesn't matter because the brand they had Real McCoy.
Brand.
Real McCoy was made Foursquare too.
Yep.
So I love that guess. Dorley's is a great guess. Let's see here. #1 Havana Club. So Good Eye, that was a good guess, but I think that was up towards the top of 20 there, somewhere in 18, 17, somewhere in that.
Yep.
Brugal is delicious. I'm going Dominican next week. It's the Brugal factory Wednesday night, just drinking in the tropics. Mark, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
We're gonna wish we were with you.
Yes,
so that's amazing.
Definitely wish that we
Two
were with
Rivers. I love this guess. RL Seals. What a great guess.
That is a great.
That
guess.
is such a great guess.
That is an awesome guess.
Also out of Foursquare. Look how many guesses out of Foursquare.
I know.
If there's one thing you guys are taking away from tonight, it's that Foursquare's distillery puts out amazing products. But RL Seals is such a great guess. I love that.
By the way, that is actually another staple in this house.
Yes. Resurrection Paranormal. How are we? We're doing great.
We are doing
How are
awesome.
you, Resurrection Paranormal? Welcome in. The best rum I've ever had was Santiago de Cuba, 21 years. Okay, we got some good stuff here. Foursquare product, gin being highest quality rum product. All right, these were all good guesses, but only one person. One person.
Wish we had Paul from Drums and Rums here. He'd do like a drum thing for us.
One person got it right.
Yeah.
And it was the very first guess, and that was Fred. And Fred came in. Zacapa is the #1 highest quality rum on the list. And here's what I have to say to that. Okay.
You share your
I'm going to get it out. I'm going to let you take it over.
Okay.
I think Zacapa makes great products. In fact, there are several, including the Edición Negra, that I think are absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Okay. However, they do add, flavors and stuff to their products. It's got added sugars to their products. And it is probably a top-of-the-line Solera rum. As far as highest quality, I find that in rum category as a whole, I think there was some really great suggestions here that weren't even on the list.
Yes, I agree.
That could have taken that number. Dorley's,
so,
I think RL Seals was tremendous. I think Brugal was even a pretty good. Can
I jump in here at any minute?
Anytime you want.
So one of the things that this was a very good list, but one of the things for the number one of all the world. And it's a I would consider it to be a Solera rum. All of their products are Solera.
Yep.
With it, maybe one exception, they're XO.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that is also a Solera.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that a Solera too? I didn't remember that. So there's just something to me that they might be a very high quality product, but with it being a Solera, I think that's a whole different category, a whole different set of rules, and I don't know that really fits in with the entire rest of the other 19 companies that were on this list.
So I'll argue with you there.
Okay, fine.
Fred says Zacapa is awesome. Phil says Zacapa rocks, and it does.
It does.
I'm going to
disagree with that.
If they would have flip-flopped #1 and #2, I don't think I would have made a big spectacle about it. I think if they put Zacapa at #2 and Diplomatico at #1,
I'm just saying for me,
I think I would have been fine.
I'm just saying for me, it's because it's a Solera rum. I don't know that it really warrants being a #1.
I think it could have made top 5. I do think Zacapa could be a top 5. I have a hard time.
Between 2 and 5.
Yeah, I just have a hard time putting it at #1. I do. Because I think there's a lot of beautiful companies out there. I think that's a bold statement.
That is a very bold statement.
So apparently this is on a scale of 20.
So they made #1. How many points?
18 out of 20. So I found it. It was out of 20 points. So out of 20 points, they made 18 points. I think this is a good list. I think they're
It is a
all
good
high
list.
quality
It's a very
rums,
interesting list.
with the exception of one towards the top there. We're not going to go back to that. But I think that overall, I think 19 out of 20 of these are high quality rums. And I think it's a great list. I just think if you're going to put them in order, I think Zacapa would have been number 2, and I would have been all right with Diplomatico being at number 1. I'm just saying, but I think it's still between 2 and 5. Top 5.
I'm surprised Foursquare wasn't there. I'm surprised RL Seals.
Well, technically, Foursquare was there with the real McCoy, but it was all the way at the top there. What is that, number 19?
Not their own brand.
Yeah,
not their
number
own
18.
Brand.
Number 18 was the real McCoy, which comes out of Foursquare's distillery. Yeah, it's not their own true blue
brand,
whatever. But
so answer me this: is any of the rest of those Solera rums?
Oh God, you're
considered to be Solera.
Well, I think so. Well, here's the thing.
That doesn't mean that some of them don't have Solera expressions.
There you go.
I'm just saying. My question is that's
are
not
all
my question.
Of them.
That's not my question. My question is: are they a company that's considered to be Solera products?
No, not all of them, but they do. I think a lot of them do make Solera products. I just don't think that is their
that's not their forte.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's that. Right.
Again, it's a
that's
good
the
list. It's a good
top
list.
20 highest quality rums. You're all enlightened. You've all learned things.
I enjoy Zacapa. That is actually another staple.
Royer is basically saying
in
that
the house.
He hates Zacapa. He thinks they suck.
That is not what I'm saying.
That is what
Zacapa
is
saying. Actually another staple in this house.
But I think they're amazing. I do think it's an amazing company.
Amazing.
I do think they're great. They're high quality. They're amazing.
You and my amazing daughter are the ones that got me the Zacapa 23.
Yes. That's where we kicked it off.
Yeah. And since then we've probably bought 10 bottles of the 23.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. All right, I got a technical difficulty.
Do you have a technical difficulty?
So
let us know what your thoughts are on the list. Who do you think you should have seen for number 1? I struggle with that, but to be honest with you, with Robert being gone, I'm going to tell you, I kind of struggle with the fact that Captain Morgan was on the list. So Captain Morgan does make some decent products, but as far as the quality goes, I don't know that I would. They don't really come to mind for me as being like one of the top quality rums of all the world. I think there's other companies that actually were mentioned this evening that everyone thought might be the number 1. They didn't even make the list. And Captain Morgan could have very easily been moved aside and replaced with one of those. And I don't know. So sometimes, some of these big companies, they do manage to buy their way into all of these, lists.
Yeah,
and reports.
They do. Before we kick off here, I know we're getting late in the show. I do want to make a thing here. So I talked about this maceration impacts on rum. So maceration was a term I was not familiar with at all.
Okay.
So this is actually a pretty big part of rum.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I watched a video on it because I did not understand it.
Okay.
Enlighten us. So I'm going to give you the Robert special when it comes to what I know about this, because I've watched all of 10 minutes of video and read an article on it. So this is my...
So you're pretty much an expert.
So look it up. Do some research for yourself for maceration. So this is essentially them taking fruits and stuff, putting it into a tank, letting that seep into juices into an alcohol tank, right?
Okay.
And then mixing that into their alcohol, right?
Okay.
So it's a form of how they extract the juices out of fruits to use
infuse it into the rum.
Essentially, that is the most layman's terms to put it in. It is like that is as simple as it could possibly be.
John Hasbrook probably knows all about.
He left too. He's got to run. He'll catch us on the next show. John is a very busy individual, but yes. So I'll read what I got here. Kind of sitting here. So maceration specifically happens during rum production. So as part of making and distilling a given rum, infusion likewise flavors alcohol, usually after distillation. But maceration is a step that brings the final product into fruition rather than something that adds flavor after the fact. For rum, the production process already consists of quite a few steps, calls for making molasses, fermentation, distillation, aging, and blending. And then they add this in then to add those flavors, right? So it's woven into the distilling process. So this is just, again, another form,
because you're gonna add those notes.
Yeah,
you're gonna add those
right.
notes.
So like there is a way to add like these fruity notes and stuff. It is one of the ways. There are several ways to do it. So this is just a way. I just hadn't heard the term before.
I hadn't either.
So maceration, look it up. It's something to look into. It's very interesting, and
just
it's
make
not
sure you spell it correctly.
I think it comes from wine. I think wine is where it was first kind of used, and then it kind of spread throughout alcohol in general. It's been used in coffee. It's kind of used throughout now. But it was a very interesting technique. So I watched some quick videos, kind of looked into it, thought it was really interesting. So it's kind of cool having an understanding of how a lot of people are doing
flavors are added into those expressions.
Yeah, I think cool. That's pretty cool. So
see, this is your friendly PBS channel right here out of Iowa.
Friendly. Royer yells at you. You're wrong. There it is. Ready?
Oh, I don't tell them that. I just tell you that.
Daddy Royer. You're wrong. There it is.
Where was that picture taken?
Let's see. Robert throwing the challenge flag on Zacapa, right? Rum Daddy Royer, will you run for president? You'll get my vote. That means you're gonna have at least one vote.
At least one vote. Good job. Right?
Good job. Doing great.
Not a job I would want. No.
I have guests. I serve them Zacapa 23, and they'll all love it. Absolutely, it is a great rum, and I think it's very well put together, very tasty, very well liked across the board. I totally agree with you. Let's see here. Captain, Sailor, and Kraken shouldn't have been on the list. I think Captain was a tough one for me to swallow on the list. That was a very tough one
for me.
I don't have a total problem with Sailor and Kraken. It is questionable when I think about other companies.
I think the level is questionable.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand where someone's standpoint is by putting it there. Would they have made my list? Probably not.
Well, but to be fair, I mean, to be completely fair with this article,
but they make good stuff.
To be completely fair with this article, we don't know what the criteria was,
which is also
for the point system.
That's totally true as well.
You know, so
I mean, we don't.
We don't fully understand how it was rated. If checks were involved or what.
Let's see here. Best rum is any you can mix with grape soda. Two Rivers. MVP of the evening, Two Rivers. Absolutely. Go. Any rum that goes with grape soda is the top of the board.
Yep.
Top of the board. I love that. That's what we're advocating for.
We're always
grape soda and rum.
We're
going to fight for that.
We do some testing.
That's going to be Royer's campaign slogan, right? Mix. Make grape soda. Make grape soda great again. Put it at the top of the list. That's what we care about. It's important. Oh gosh, Carlos, thank you. Yes, thumbs ups definitely helps us out. I know we've had a great. You guys have been super amazing tonight.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys letting us know when you're here in the comments and talking with us. It makes it so much fun. We always love sharing news, but it's you guys as the community that makes this such a welcoming place for people to come in, ask questions, hang out.
We love having new people join us.
I can't emphasize enough. If you watch our videos and you've had the rum, please leave a comment of your experience. That helps people who watch the videos have a good idea of what they should buy, what they shouldn't, seeing other people's perspectives. It's you guys.
We're all about helping each other.
You guys making that. So we do appreciate that. And definitely make sure you check out the links down below. I make it super quick, but I got to chime it in there, right? We got limited spots in our rum club, so make sure you check that out. We had a great time last weekend.
Up quick.
Super fun. And then we have the Just Drinking After Hours Facebook group and the Instagram. If you guys want more fun outside of the lives, make sure you check that out as well. We do have a lot of fun. I'm always looking for new rums to try. Can you agree on one rum that should be at the top of the list? Good idea.
Okay, so okay, I've got a question first. Do you want something that's more readily available, or do you want a craft distiller
what do you
you're going to have to contact?
If you were picking a rum that should be at the top of the high quality, what is the highest quality rum that you would put at the top of the list?
Can I give you?
It's hard because I think there's craft distillers doing such a good job.
Can I give you? Oh man,
it's tough. That's a tough one. I think this list is a great place to start. Check your craft distillers. We obviously advocate for Just Rum, Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum, Rum Rats. We've got several that will Everglades White Lightning. I mean, we're going to advocate for a lot of those craft distillers.
Kuleana is absolutely an amazing
European,
product as well.
Barcelo, like all the plantation,
yeah, I mean,
these are good.
So I mean, there's
that's a tough one. I don't know.
That is very tough.
I don't know if
Star Union.
I think I'd have
Star Union is actually a very good.
I agree with that too. Truthfully, if I was going to put one at the top, and you were going to make me do it, gun to my head, I had to make a decision. Just one rum. And as much as I hate picking favorites, because again, I think there is so much greatness out there. By the way.
Okay.
I'll give you my number one and my number two.
You give me your number one and your
number two would be Rum Babanku. I think that they would be my number two on the list. And number one, I think, would have to go to Foursquare because of all the different products they make as a whole and everything they do there. I think I would have to leave it at Foursquare for highest quality overall. Plus,
so we're going quality, highest quality.
It's a lot. That's a hard thing to gauge because I think there's a lot of people that are there, especially those craft distillers. But if you're telling me what people want to go find, that would be my advice. Like that's where I would personally put it.
So what are your top two?
It would be Babanku and Foursquare.
Okay, so that's really more mainstream.
It is mainstream.
Okay, so that is more mainstream. Your top two. My top two are not mainstream.
That's fine. I didn't really include
but for me,
I didn't include craft distillers.
For me, that's where I really gravitate to. Is the craft distillers.
So personally, I made that choice based on what's readily available for most people.
And I understand. I get that. But you can still reach out to these craft distillers and say, hey, I heard some really cool things about your products from the guys at Just Drinking. How can I try some of your products?
Truth.
Right?
Truth.
I mean, all you have to do, literally, is contact the distillers and say, hey, I really want to try your product.
You both have to agree on it. Good Eye, are you trying to watch a civil war on this channel right now?
What?
We have to. He's like, Good Eye's like, you both have to agree on it.
Oh,
if you want us to agree on something, I got one that I think that we would agree. I went mainstream. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But I haven't even said my top two.
Go for it. You say your top two.
Hang on. Give me just a minute here.
All right. Well, you take forever.
We're already over the time. I know we're over the time.
We're over the time. And
I know we're over the time.
Gosh, I'm going to start billing you for my time.
So I am going to say, can I give you top three?
I don't care. You can give me whatever you want.
Okay.
You're on the internet.
Number three is going to be Star Union.
It's a good one. Okay. I mean, I like Star Union.
Number two.
The only reason I'm not saying Star Union is I haven't been to their distillery, so I don't want to put that on a list.
Number two. Well, that's why for me they're number three.
Yeah, we haven't been there.
We haven't been there. But number two.
Oh, don't mess this up. I know what it should be. I really know I know what it should be, and you're gonna mess it up.
Number two. It's really hard. This is so hard.
You're messing it up already.
This is so hard.
You're messing it up. You're overthinking it.
Am I really?
Yeah, I think
because I've been to both distilleries.
I know, and I think what should be number two and what should be number one. And for where they're at right now, this is where I think. So
okay, so I'm gonna put Just Rum at number two. I'm gonna put Kuleana at number one.
I think that was beautiful. I do. I think that's beautiful. I can agree with that.
Kuleana is out of the Big Island in Hawaii, and they do an amazing product. They grow their own sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
They squeeze their own sugar cane juice. They've got the farm. Go check out the video.
There's just some things
I happened to be there with my wife, and we took a tour of their entire process, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was truly, truly amazing.
Yep.
But that's how how I would break it down.
I'm 100%
for craft distillers. Kuleana number one, Just Rum number two, and Star Union number three.
I definitely think that you have it together there. As far as what we've experienced, seen for distilleries, I agree with that completely. So there's your agreements. Good Eye. I definitely think I agree with that 100%. Okay. I told you not to overthink it. You had that is
tough. It's tough. I've been to both,
but you have to.
You know what really sold me?
The farm and everything is right there, and whatever.
Yes.
Like that's just one thing that you can control the quality and more than anything.
The one thing that I will say about Steve out to Kuleana, he has the strong passion for his product. He does.
I mean, I'm not gonna try. Like, here's the thing: John is probably the most passionate person about rum I've ever met. I haven't met Steve.
I don't know about.
I haven't met Steve.
I don't know,
but I have never heard someone talk about rum the way that John sounds like he makes love to. He knows everything.
You literally have to talk to Steve.
He knows everything, and I love that about John. I do.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. So I mean, that's why for me it was really hard because I've met them both.
Yeah,
been to both places.
I get it.
Toured it all, but what
we love everyone.
Number one was Kuliana has the whole schmear.
And they both deserve the top of the board.
They do.
3 of them deserve the top.
The whole point of this conversation is there are some craft distillers out there that you're not going to probably see on a list.
That you just have to look them up and go find your products
or watch our channel,
and you'll know why we talk so much about it.
That's why we put their signs up. You know, I'm still waiting for a sign from Kuliana. They've promised us a sign, but don't know. They're.
Let's see here. Mark G's here to the end. Good night, Carlos. Have fun. We appreciate you stopping by. If you're already gone, we appreciate you. Love you. Bye. Let's see. Forgot Dr. Stoners. Dr. Stoners has a very special place in our heart for rums that we love to experience.
Yes. It's all about the experience.
Hopefully someday I would love to see their distillery, and I would love that experience. So hopefully we get that at some point. Definitely check that video out. Yes, definitely do.
Definitely go check out this. So it's a 3-part video for Kuliana.
It's long. There's a lot there. It covers
there's
everything.
A lot there, and I try and cover everything.
Do a good job. It covers a lot.
My wife is the video
because he wouldn't take me, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, it was our anniversary, so
I think I deserve to be there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I still will argue that, but whatever. I don't agree with you.
You can argue all you want.
Whatever. So that's where we're gonna leave it tonight. 8:15. We ran over because we love you guys and we talk so much about rum. One more thing, Ron Cologne came out with a white rum as well. We're talking about Bob and Coos white rum, 101 proof white rum. Right?
No kidding.
Which is interesting because that's usually so. Nia from my Rum Diaries was talking about this yesterday. I do apologize. I don't remember her co-host name off the top of my head as I'm drinking rum. I'm getting to know her as she is new to my experience with my Rum Diaries.
Yes.
So I'll get there. I promise. Because she's going to watch this and she'll be like, what a jerk. Didn't even say my name. It's fine. I'm a jerk. I understand.
He is a jerk.
But here's the thing. I think that it is cool. They talk about how most companies start with their white rum and move out. This Ron Cologne has made coffee rums and flavored expressions and all this stuff, and they're circling back to white rum. Is there a correlation between Baba and Coos Haitian proof and it coming out right before that? I am interested in the politics of that. I am interested in how that decision was made, if that had anything to play with it. But I do want to try it. We haven't had it yet, so I'm excited about that.
We'll probably make that happen.
So I think that's really cool. So with that being said, we appreciate you guys drinking rum with us tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are the best rum community in the entire world. Thank you for helping us grow the rum.
You are on our
industry.
top 20 list.
Yes, every single one of you are our top number ones because we literally couldn't do this without you. It's literally you guys that help us run this, help spread the word of rum, help us get out there and reach more people, leaving your comments on rums you've tried so that other people can make good decisions. That's what this place is all about. Asking questions, learning, and we are so excited to be growing with every single one of you. We appreciate you guys so much, more than you will ever know. So we're really grateful for that. So that's where I wanted to leave it. Appreciate you. Check out the links down below if you want to join the Rum Club. We got a few spots remaining there for you guys to join, as well as we have the Facebook group, the Instagram, the TikTok, all the links. And with that being said, Royer, let's get them home safe.
Always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and no rums were harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you next time, guys.
Take care.